This is the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show, the station that pays.
This is MC Reggie Fresh on the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show. And today, folks, we got a school teacher. She's coming to you from Harvest, Alabama. Who I got on the line with me?
Armesha Pennington.
How you doing, Miss Pennington?
Good. How are you?
Could you tell me about being a teacher? How you like being a teacher?
Oh, it's great. I love kids anyways, and I love to teach history and talk about history. And I believe, you got to know where you come from in order to know where you're going in life.
Exactly.
And that's the only thing that I'm trying to get through to these kids. Know where we came from, to know what's going on now and where we're going to in life.
And what made you want to become a teacher?
I've always wanted to teach ever since the 3rd grade.
Wow.
But when I got to the 10th grade, I had this awesome U.S. history teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And he was Caucasian, but he broke it down for us.
Right.
And he didn't only teach us about life skills and social skills. He also taught us about the past. He taught us the truth. And I just fell in love with it.
Okay, now let me ask you 2 questions right here. When it comes to being a teacher, the upcoming students that want to be teachers, what kind of advice would you give to them?
To never give up. If you know you want to teach, go ahead and pursue that field. It is an amazing field. If you like being in the public, around people, just, go for it. Don't give in. It's hard, but, at the end of the day, it's worth it. I get to sit at home during the summertime and get my check, but I still get to learn at the same time.
Exactly. Now, what's the difference between grade school and high school? Or do you know, what would you think, what kind of difference do a teacher would have to, what kind of adjustments would she have to make?
Actually, I started out when I first got into college. My degree was supposed to be elementary ed.
Right.
And I got into the school system and volunteering and all. And one thing that held me back, I would notice kids that I knew their parents who couldn't read, and that really upset me. And for me, teaching is my passion.
Right.
And so I realized then I couldn't do elementary ed, but one thing, you have to be really caring. You can't be in education just for the check, for the benefits. You have to actually care about these kids. You have to want them to have, a better education. You have to want them to learn. You want them to grow up and be the type of citizen to lead this country.
Okay. Now, what school do you teach at right now?
Grissom High School.
Grissom High School. Okay, and that's in Huntsville.
That is in Huntsville.
Okay. Now, I want to ask you, what would you do as a student when you want to come to school, even in grade school, high school? What do they need to do to be learning so the teachers can teach them proper?
They need to be focused. Come, get your education, because we all know you have some certain people in positions that don't want you to get an education. So you need to come, you need to be prepared, you need to be focused and realize that one day you're going to be an adult. And your education, whether you think that history is not important, whether you think English is not important, it's going to be important one day, because one day you're going to be grown. These bills are going to come in, and you're going to need to rely on that math. You're going to need to rely on those English skills when you're trying to get a job, to do your resume. You're going to need to be able to recall that historical information when stuff like what we're having now with the riots. You need to know about the past. So all that is going to play into your life somewhere later on down the road.
Okay. Now, do you got any shout outs you want to give to anybody?
Let's see. Let me give a shout out to one of my colleagues here, Masudi.
Okay.
Who is actually from overseas. She is a Muslim.
Okay.
She's awesome colleague, teaches history, 10th grade honors at Grissom High School, and I think this year she will be teaching 11th grade regular English as well.
Outstanding. And the last question I want to ask you, could you please tell me what's the baddest station in the land and the baddest station that pays?
MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show.
And there you have it, folks. Miss Pennington on the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show.
This is the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show, the station that pays.